we're really excited about the Great Park connection.
And I think it actually makes a lot of sense.
It really is much more beneficial to the community.
Hi, I'm Jim Hackler. I'm a journalist. I've been covering environmental issues across the Southeast for the last 25 years. And right now I'm standing on property owned by Blackhall Studios. It is potentially going to be part of what's called the Great Park Connection, where they'll do a land exchange between DeKalb County and this area here that is this wonderful, lush, full of mature trees. We're going to talk to some experts about, is this a good idea?
I'm Jay Scott, and I'm a professional planner and designer, and I came up with the idea of the exchange between Blackhall Studios and the DeKalb County. A couple years ago, I started working on a master plan for the Greater Conley Industrial CID, which is now known as Metro South CID. It's all the industries that have in this area. And Blackhall Studios was a new member of it, and I talked to them about their expansion plans and showed me that they had property on both sides of Boulder Crest Road where they were going to build studios and offices, which would have been right up against the right-of-way. I looked at it as a planner, and a community planner had worked in this area before, and I saw that it made more sense for that land to be parkland and connect Gresham Park and Entrenchment Creek Park.
The plan is for Blackhall Studios to exchange 53 acres of land on both sides of Boulder Crest for 48 acres of land that DeKalb County currently owns. This would create a contiguous green space from Gresham Park to Entrenchment Creek Park that improves neighborhood access and shifts commercial construction and traffic to Constitution Road. Blackhall Studios has also committed to spending more than $3 million in cleanup and improvements to create something similar as the Meadow at Piedmont Park.
DeKalb County hired a professional appraiser to look at the properties, considering all the conditions that are there, and they determined that on a per acre basis, it is about the same value. But since Blackhall will be receiving 48 acres roughly in exchange for 53 acres, it actually means that the county will be getting a value increase of about $500,000.
Land exchange, transformation of development rights and other things other things like that are a very viable use of land. And I think if you have the ecological footprint is as equal to or greater than what you're exchanging, then I think it actually makes a lot of sense.
We're just here to support the exchange between DeKalb County and Blackhall Studio because our community, we're really excited about the Great Park connection. It's going to bring our families together. It's going to allow us to be able to have the amenities that we need to have connected in with Entrenchment Park. So the community is on board. We're excited about the new park. We're on board, and we're looking forward to working with Blackhall and DeKalb County to make this a great area for families and residents.
Well, it's been really incredible to see the amount of support that's just welled up from the surrounding neighborhoods. The way people have been able to come out, put signs in their yards, get petitions, show up to meetings, put on t-shirts. It's been surprising to me the amount of incredible support that has organically emerged from the neighborhoods about the second phase of Blackhall.
We spent a lot of time working with people that live right around this park and talking to them. I worked with them 8 years ago when I was doing an overlay district down here, and what they really want is they want economic development.
I think it's important to note that Blackhall is only 2 years into its growth cycle, and as we start to mature and be able to integrate with the county on a job creation basis and a job training basis, we can start to have impact at the high school level and at the college level, at the young adult level, as we work with the county to create job training to help people find their way into these high-paying entertainment jobs.
This will have both economic development opportunities, and additional access for green space, which is good for the neighborhoods and the environment.
One of the big concerns is the impact on Entrenchment Creek. But the property is more than 1,000 feet away, and any development would have to comply with Georgia's stringent stormwater regulations.
The Entrenchment Creek Park was funded by the Arthur M. Blank Family Foundation. They also brought in the Trust for Public Lands to be as part of the deed so that this land could not just be given away or done for anything other than parks and recreation. So when we started this process, we met with the Blank Foundation and we met with the Trust for Public Lands. Initially, they were not in favor of it until they drove around with us and they saw what the options were in terms of where the studios were going to be built. Then they understand, as their mission is not just to protect open space, their mission is to protect open space for people. And they understood the values in doing it. They gave some requirements that they wanted for it. They wanted the ecological study. They wanted a couple other studies that have been done. And so since then, their letter is giving the support to it. We could not do this if they had not signed on to it.
One of the assessments did a comparison of the number and quality of trees on each site, and it found that the 3 parcels owned by Blackhall had more mature trees in both age and number than Entrenchment Creek, what it called a better species profile. That's an overview of the land exchange between Blackhall Studios and DeKalb County. If you'd like more information or you want to give a comment, you can go to thegreatparkconnection.org. I'm Jim Hackler. Thanks for watching.